All right, so the ball in the box analogy to grief is something that that I learned about the year that my parents passed away, and it was so eye-opening to kind of feel exactly understood in it. So here's the basic concept. Grief is like there's a big box, and in the box there's a button, and there's a ball. So we are the box, and then there's a ball inside of us, and then every time that ball hits the button, it activates grief. And every time grief is activated, it feels just the same as it always has. It feels terrible, takes us out for a few minutes, a few hours, could be a day sometimes too. And the more stuff we do, kind of the ball sort of kind of like moves around the box, and it will hit the button. And it could be years. Boom, ball hits the button, knocks us out. The concept is we can't make the button go away, and we are the box. What the objective is to make the ball smaller. Because if the ball is smaller, it'll miss hitting the button more often. And sometimes, no matter how much we shrink the ball, it'll still hit it. How do you make the ball get smaller? Well, you do that by trying to personally grow, by creating scenarios where I'm in positive environments more often. When I'm hanging out with friends, having fun, the ball gets smaller. When I'm at a conference, the ball gets smaller. But when I'm doing nothing, sitting around, what I notice is the ball gets bigger. Because when you're sitting around, your brain makes the ball bigger. It allows the ball to get bigger in size. And it's hard to control it, because when the ball gets bigger, even if it's not moving around a lot, it'll hit the button. It'll hit the button all over it again. So again, by putting ourselves around some positive people, makes the ball smaller. When we're reading positive books, doing positive things, working, it makes the ball smaller. Again, it can sometimes still hit it, but it's just more likely to miss the button. That's the goal in life, is not to avoid grief. It's not to not think about it, but it's about thinking about other things, putting ourselves into environments that are positive. So that way it shrinks the ball. So even if stuff's moving around, it just doesn't hit that grief button. It still might every once in a while. And grief is never going to get easier. We just need to have that little ball get so small by doing so many awesome things that it just doesn't hit that button very often. And also sometimes we do want to experience the grief. We want to think about it. On my mom's birthday, I want to actually feel that feeling. So I'll sit there and I'll think about it, and the ball gets bigger, and it always hits the button. But on a day-to-day basis, when I want to make my mom proud versus experience grief, I gotta do things to make the ball smaller. So that's the key. Do things that make the ball smaller. Think positive. Surround yourself with positive people, and go to positive events. Shrinks the ball. Doesn't hit the button as much.